Okay, good stuff. How do I get back to the video thing again? There we go. Did it. All right, awesome. Hey, Christian, how's it going? Good to have you here, man. Really glad that you're here. Let me do that. Hit the live button. Okay, so we'll have like a nice little delay and whatever. So, get everybody to come in and just say that'll be the last time I annoy everybody with the @everyone mark on the Discord. Apologies in advance. Well, in post as well. Okay. All right, so here we go. So let's just jump right into it with the flute, because there will be people that are watching this video later, and I wanted to showcase the flute that we're giving away. This beautiful, I think it's Taishin, and because it's Tai is big, and then Shin is perfect, or so big perfect. The hole shapes are actually kind of cool on this flute. They're slightly oblong. And it's really pretty bamboo. And I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident that it's gold rings here at the top too. So it's nice because I don't even know how well you can see this. I have to look at my camera at the same time. The bore is actually quite wide on this flute. If you can compare it to mine, you can see here, it's a very wide bore flute, and I think that helps with a lot of the kind of interesting overtone colors that are here with it. Toes on cut, very big toes on cut in the top. 3-ring gold. I wish I knew how to test gold. I don't know how to do that. I think there's like some sort of chemical used, but you actually have to scrape off some of it too. But there's no how like fake gold turns like green and whatever, or it has it discolors really easily. This one's like really good color. So the 3 Hankos are up here. So you have one right here, you have one over here, and then one down here as well. So perhaps we would call it like a 2 Hanko flute, not necessarily a 3, because this is a different symbol. Yeah, I like the end root too. The end root is really pretty, and the whole color of the shakuhachi itself is very nice. Kind of has like a look. Okay, so we say wide bore gold. Wide bore good. Shaka student, hello. That's correct. Lick it. Probably not. I don't know if there's flute lickers out there, man. I'll tell you. There some of the older guys, before they play their flute, sometimes they lick it. I don't know why they do, but I've seen it in some of like the larger shakuhachi concerts. It's very strange. It's very strange. Please don't lick your flutes, especially if you're going to plan on reselling them. All right, let's give this we can give this flute a few more toots, I suppose. And I should tell you how to win. That's important too. I'm showing you the flute and everything, but then if I don't tell you actually how to win it, that would be problematic. Okay, so the way that you win the flute is that you join the membership of this fine establishment. So if you go down below this video, there's a little join button, and if you hit that join button, options will pop up. You'll get the first level like Shodan trial. That's 1 ticket entry. Then you get the second one, 2 tickets. The third one, Chuden 5, and then Bamboo Champions 10 ticket entries. Then on April 1st, and no, I'm serious. I'm not fooling you. We will. I am giving this flute away. It's just unfortunate timing, but nonetheless, that's how you win the flute, right? And so if your name gets drawn, I send the flute to you. You are not required to pay for shipping. You're not required to pay for anything. It's just given away stuff. You guys are. The more that you guys support me, the more I support back to the community. The more I can do, the more I can give away free stuff, and all that jazz. So, mainly giving away free stuff. I like giving away free flutes. Okay, so here we have one from King Pork Chop. I always wanted to learn how to play, can never get the embouchure right. That's the hardest part. Once you get past the embouchure, I promise you, it is so much easier to play this instrument. It's just that first initial step, and part of it is also having a flute that's reliable. So if you're not playing on the Shakuhachi U or the Shakuhachi Bell, that might be a problem. Make sure you have somebody who's, if you are playing on a bamboo flute, have a professional check it out for you. Yeah. And Christian says it's nice if you pay shipping. Yeah, I pay everything. I pay the flute, I pay the shipping, and let's see what else do. I can't pay the customs on it. That's one thing I can't do, but I'm not gonna mark it high at all. So here we go. Choshi. Here's what we'll play in this flute. So there you go. It's able to play the full the Honkyoku stuff. So it's a great flute. I really do like it. And one of the things that it's quite nice about it is the lightweight. And what I mean by when I say I really like it, I'm not going to replace it with my flute by any means. But I mean, I like it for the beginner. I like it for somebody who really wants to take shakuhachi seriously and go pretty far with it. And I think that this flute could take you quite far. Yeah, no, let's check. So daikon's a little bit harder because of the wide bore. But like all of like the honkyoku sort of sounds, like especially within the dokyoku world, we can definitely do those sort of sounds. So it's a great instrument for somebody who is ready to dive in and have a long life with the shakuhachi. So I'll open it up for any sort of questions that you have about the flute, or if you want to hear a specific piece on the flute. If you have questions about how I do drawings, or if you have questions on how to win or how to join, now is your time. Now is your chance to ask those questions. So I'm just going to go through it once more with how to sign up to win this gorgeous flute. This flute is, you'll go right below this video. There will be a join button right next to the name. It says Renzoh Flutes, and then there's join and all that other stuff, and likes and shares. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and hit the bell and share, because YouTube keeps changing and adding things, so you have to constantly go through and do more things. But anyways, like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video. Then, how to win the flute. So you hit that join button, and after you hit the join button, another smaller box will pop up, and that smaller box will have the Shoden Trial, the Shoden Lesson Series, Chuden Lesson Series, and then Bamboo Champion. The lowest level gets you 1 ticket entry. So at the end of it, there's a big tengai over there, and in the tengai there will be everybody's name. And I emptied it out, so I have to go through and write everybody's name in again, which by the way, that takes a long time. So anyways, the Shoden Trial, you get 1 ticket. I put the name into the basket. Then number 2. If you get that, you have 2 tickets. So I write your name twice on 2 different sheets of paper, and then I put it in the basket. Then after that, if you go to the 3rd level, 5 tickets, that goes into the basket. And then I just, on April 1st, again, not fooling you, it's just unfortunate timing. And actually, it'll be April 1st for me, it'll be March 31st for you. Wait, does March have 31 days in it? Oh, I can't remember. Yes, it does. Oh, that's good. I always doubt, like, it's like those things, that, like, when people say, hey, where does the sun rise and where does the sun set? And you're like, of course it's, and you go, wait a minute, is it that? And then you like doubt everything you know about space. Anyways, so I put all the stuff into the basket, and then on April 1st, Japan time, I will draw from the tengai, and then we'll give the winner, then we'll kind of talk to you and whatever, and yeah, then we'll, whatever, we'll do that. Where do I find the join button? That's a great question. The join button is right below this video. It's right next to the Renzoh Flutes icon. If you don't see the join video or button there, you might live in a country that bans YouTube. So, for example, if you are in Russia, I believe Russia, you're not allowed to join and send money. So there's specific international laws right now that prevent you from doing that. So you have to like open up another account and whatnot, and do some crazy stuff with VPNs. There is an addendum to this. There are some countries that I will not be able to send to. Okay, so for example, I cannot send a flute to North Korea. I cannot send a flute to Russia. And let's see, there's other countries I can't send it to. But like a lot of those other countries, I don't have anybody who watches from there. But those 2 countries specifically, I cannot send to. It would have to be to a different country in the European Union, and then you'd have to, find a way to get it from there. Okay, King Porkchop, did you have any wind instrument background before you learned the shakuhachi? No, I did not. I was a professional string player. I worked as a violinist after I graduated college. and while I was playing in college, I did little small gigs here and there, and even at my first college, I also did some stuff. So M4K UND1. There is ways around it. So if you do a VPN, you'll be able to set up for it, but you'll have issues connecting with like a Russian card or a Russian bank account. You'll have to do it through like there's like a Bitcoin system that you can do it through and whatever. But just do a little bit of research on it. It is possible to become a member on the channel and access all the videos. Anyways, so yeah, I did violin and viola. Primarily, I did viola when I was like younger. When I was like 18, 19. I did lots of viola. And then I stopped for a while because I had a back injury and I couldn't continue that much. And that's when I picked up Shakuhachi, just around the same time, 18, 19. It was kind of a transition point. Finished off my degree in music and composition. Same time, got the master's in Shakuhachi. And when I had graduated college, I didn't necessarily want to be, I didn't think of myself as becoming a professional shakuhachi player or a professional shakuhachi teacher. And so I actually worked at a high school first as a orchestra director. So I taught violin, viola, cello, bass for middle school and high school, rehearsed them every single day, and I did that for an entire year, and it was awesome. That was a wonderful time in my life. I was offered to continue doing the position, but I was getting more contacts for doing things with shakuhachi, and I decided that I wanted to do the shakuhachi route instead, and I'm glad I did. And so that brings us now, that was a while ago. That all happened in 2016, I believe. 2016 to 2017, or maybe it was 2017 to it was 2016 to 2017. So, but that was the that was a time period for that. So my background is all strings. To give you a really long and unnecessary answer, no, I was string player. But for some reason, the shakuhachi is really just fit with me well. I remember one of my beloved mentors. He's still somebody I look up to a lot and message him here and there. He used to tell me, it's like, I see something in you musically and it's not viola. And I was like, but I'm studying viola with you. It's basically like if there was ever a description of a backhand compliment, that was it right there. And even today, though, when I play for some people, like other professional musicians, they'll say, there's a string-like quality to your playing. Like the way I approach vibrato and the way I color notes and stuff is much like how a violinist or a violist would, which makes sense. But anyways, so thank you for that question. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, we also have the super chat feature. So also consider your donations are always welcome. Always love donations. It helps me give away more flutes. And I am already lining up the flute after this too. So if you stay on, you still get another opportunity. The flute giving will not stop. That is one thing I would like to continue, and especially giving out flutes that are of better quality. And I want to give that out to as many people as I can, as long as the channel keeps going, and as long as there's people who are subscribed, I'll just keep giving away flutes. And that's that. So if there are other questions about the flute or about the shakuhachi, please let me know, and just put them in the comments, super chat, make sure to hit the join button, and win a chance, or have a chance to win this flute. So let's try and play another tune, and we'll change genre a little bit, and we'll go to Migno, and we'll play, ooh, gosh, there's so many good options for that. Let's do a really nice one. How about Soto Yamabushi, which I used to call Gai Yamabushi. So sometimes there's characters that have, well, almost every Japanese character has multiple pronunciations to it. And so, for example, the character for big has many different sounds, but a lot of times they're close. It can be tai, or it can be dai, or it can be o, and you have to know when to use which pronunciation. So I used to call this piece Gai Yamabushi for the longest time, which is weird because, and I don't know why I would ever do that, because in the piece, the first lyrics is Sotoyama. It says the title of the piece written in hiragana right there for me. So, unaware of the things around me. Here is Sotoyama Bushi. Have possibilities of playing Mino. And we'll do this one next too, because this is a nice tune to showcase the Marys. This is my first time actually playing this particular maker. I've seen his Hankos before, but I've never actually, held the flute. And the way he cuts the utaguchi is kind of interesting too. Because even in the top here, it actually starts to kind of fan out on the top. And lacquer works really nice, very clean, very pretty. Nice shine on the inside too. He's using a red lacquer. But the bottom only doesn't fan out that much, which is nice. I'm not a big fan of like the bottom where they do the trumpet flare. I'm not a big fan of that. It could just be me, but I feel like it makes the roll less deep and resonant. So I like to have the bottoms to be, smaller in here. I also think it makes the rows sharper. We'll try another tune here. This is Itsuki no Komoryuta. This is one of the pieces that my teacher recommended to try flutes out with. Maintains a fairly good tone, even in the when you play in quiet, like a more of a quiet dynamic range. It's a little bit the tuning I haven't gotten used to yet, and how this guy plays, because how he plays will affect the tuning. So when he's playing it or whatever, and he's checking something, he might have particular ways that maker plays. I heard an interesting story I'll tell you really quickly about Chikuzen Tamai. And so Chikuzen Tamai was a very, very, very famous maker. He taught a lot of the current top living makers in Japan. And one of my colleagues had told me that he had studied with Chikuzen Tamai, and that Chikuzen Tamai actually never really played. He didn't really actually play shakuhachi. Like he only played a couple things. So what he would do is he would play Dido de do or hado de do. So he'd go, and that's how he would check his flutes, and he wouldn't play anything else. And what's really crazy about that, so if we do the same thing here, just like that, and then, you know, like long tones and whatever to really get the sound of it. But if you've ever played a tamai chikuzen flute, they're really good, like really, really good. And you wonder, like at least I wonder, how did he know that, like the chimeri ru, for example, or how did he know that that would work on the flute without trying it? But yeah, just hado. And that was it. No, great flute. Done. And send it off. So, now, how much of that story is true, I don't know. But apparently that's all that my colleague had heard from him when studying with him. Just that's all he did. Check flutes. He didn't play shakuhachi. He was a maker. Okay. Mystical bamboo whispering powers. Most likely. Most likely. You know, a lot of it too is just finding really quality bamboo. Like when I talk to Yozan, like that's the main thing is just it's, you know, if it's good quality or not, because the flute's only going to be as good as the bamboo. And it doesn't necessarily even mean that it has to be thick or anything like that. It's hard to point out like every single aspect of it because there's so many of it. It's such a simple instrument, but so much goes into it, like so much about the like bore shape and just the bamboo itself, its individual quality. If the bamboo is not hard enough, it's too soft, it'll crack. It won't be a good flute. It's gonna have a weak sound. If the bore diameter is just really strange too, you're gonna have a lot of wolf tones. Wolf tones are like when the note, like when you hit it and it kind of bubbles and then it goes between like two different notes, or it like jumps up to the next octave and kind of bounces back and forth between the two. Or the overtones could be really out of whack, and then that also makes it not such a good flute. And I learned a lot about this through making my own flute. And when I made the flute, like that flute's just not in tune. It's got a nice color and sound, but man, it's not in tune, and it's very, very tough to play sometimes because of that. So there you have it. Okay, so one final time, we'll go through this process of how to sign up to win that flute that I've been playing this entire video. It's very simple. All you have to do is just go right below this video. There will be a little join button. You hit that join button, and then another box will pop up. It will have 4 options for membership: Shoden, Shuden, Okuden, not Okuden. You'll have Shoden Trial, Shoden, Shuden, and Bamboo Champion. The Shoden Trial gives you 1 ticket. The Shoden Lesson Series gives you 2. Shuden gives you 5, and the Bamboo Champion gives you 10. Once you win, I will release your name on April Fool's. No, I'm not fooling you. It will be March 31st for most of you who are in parts of Europe and in America. And on that day too, I'll confirm where you live. I'll send you an email. We'll start chatting, and then you'll send me all of your information, and then I'll send the flute out to you. You are not responsible for shipping. The only thing that you would be responsible for is that if your country takes in tax or anything like that. But again, I'm not going to be sending it out for that much. So because it is a gift, and so you shouldn't have to pay tax on it. I don't think that there is anything else that I have to present to you today for this flute. I think I can probably close it out with one final piece. If you have any questions, I will stay for the questions. But other than that, if there's no questions, I'll bid you guys a farewell. And here is my closing piece for today. Let me pick one. I have to pick one first. If I don't pick one, then there's no closing piece. For the people who know the piece like Sugagaki or Komuso Nagashi, there's a really amazing recording of that by Watazumi that you all should listen to. I highly recommend that as a piece to listen to. let's do just like a little portion of Yamagoe. How about that? Leho. Let's do maybe like the first. How about the first 5 lines of Yamagoe? Also known as Leho. And there it is. That is Yamagoe, aka Reiho. So again, last final time going through this. If you're interested in winning this wonderful Taishin, I'm gonna go with that Taishin flute, the 3-ring gold, and I'm pretty sure that that's gold. And this also has the black water buffalo horn, and looks like gold on the outside of that too, but it's not a gold insert. It looks like it's gold on top of it, like a makie. And beautiful 1.8 professional model flute, has 3 hankos on the back, perhaps 2 plus a 1 signature instead. You can go to this below this video, and you can hit that join button. The join button will open up a secondary box, and in that box you can choose what level you want to join at. At the first level you get 1 ticket. At the second level you get 2 tickets. At the third level you get 5 tickets. Thought I was going to say 3. Then the Bamboo Champion level you get 10 tickets. And I will draw the winner Japan time, April 1st. No, I'm not fooling you. It will be March 31st for you. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching the video. Thank you for people who are future be watching this video. I hope that you join the membership. I hope that you like this video. I hope that you hit the notification bell, and then hit the other subscribe button, and then the other notification bell that allows you to get updates from when this channel does things. And I hope that you share the video, because of course YouTube requires us to do so many things in order for a video to be seen. So that all being said, I bid you farewell.